Hey everyone, so today I'm going to teach you how to make a multi-cuff. It looks like this, but I'm going to teach you how to tie it off. And what that means is like you make a single, then thread through a bead, add on a bead, skip a bead, and all the way around, tie it off, and just keep doing that. Instead, like on this one, like if you might see here, you might be able to see, not connector beads, but right here, it's like in jewelry, crimp beads, because I didn't know how to tie a string, and like, so that's the bad part about keeping a long string. But if you're doing like a pattern, it's better to use a long string because it can get messed up, like I'm doing for my Nyan cat cuff, which somewhere, but okay. So yeah, I'm going to teach you like tying off, and what that means is like you take a string, single, and yeah, I explained it. So you'll need elastic. I'm using 0.5 millimeters, Stretch Magic, and you'll need pony beads. Like this one I used 24 beads in the first single, and then it's how many rows? So that's 24. Okay, so it's 120, and then this one I'm going to use 28 beads in the first single, so then that's 28 times 5, 140 beads. So, yeah, I think it's 5 rows. So it's 1, then that's, it's not 5 rows, but I think this is 11 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 11 rows. So yeah, if you want to learn how to make a multi-cuff, just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of elastic. This is 12 inches, and you're going to string on however many beads you want in the first single, but I think you guys should have at least 24, because 22, but I'm just going, I think I'm going to make an actual cuff, so just string on however many beads, and then tie it off in a single. Okay, so I strung on 28 beads, and guys, I didn't mention this before, but it has to be an even number, so if you didn't use an even number, sorry, you're just going to have to take it apart, because you have to use an even number. Always. Always for this, at least. A multi. Okay, so after you've tied off your single, this part can get a little confusing. So I'm just going to cut a piece. This is probably about 15 inches. So cut a piece of elastic that is about 15. This is actually a foot long, so yeah, a foot long is good. And you're just going to string through any bead at all on the single, like that. So it should be coming out like that. And then add on a bead. Okay, so then you're going to skip one bead and thread through the next bead, like that. And you just do that all the way around. So add on a bead, skip a bead, then thread through a bead. And when you get up more, you don't even have to skip a bead, you just like thread through the one sticking up. So if I was to start a new row, I just thread through this and then add on a bead, then thread through that. So just do that all the way around. Okay, so what you do now is you add on your last bead and just tie it. And I realized I accidentally used 29 beads and I had to restart, but yeah, I realized that when I finished, I'm like, what? That doesn't look right. Sorry about the background noise. My guinea pig is being super annoying right now. She does that. Okay, so just tie it 6 times, or at least 4 times. And I recommend like leaving on like your string attached to your elastic. I saw that from Cellular Mango. she did that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I tried it once, but never really established doing it, I guess. So I'm going to do that now. So what you do now is you take another piece of string and just thread it through any one of these points that are sticking up. And I'm going to fill in the orange again. So just add on an orange or whatever color. Alright, let me fix my camera. Okay. So I'm adding on an orange and threading through the orange. So now it's pretty easy. You just thread through the bead that sticks up. Like that. So you technically are skipping a bead, which is like this bottom bead. So yeah, just do that all the way around. Okay, add on your last bead and tie it, and it should kind of come up a little like that. It's just kind of coming up. So tie it. Okay. Alright, so again, you are going to take a new piece of string and thread it through one of the sticking up beads. Add on a yellow bead or whatever color, and then thread through the next bead, and then just do that all the way around. And I'll be back to show you what I have. Add on your last bead, pull it tight, and tie it. So you basically do the same thing like the whole time. And again, I did not cut the string from my elastic. It is actually still now attached to the elastic. Again, I learned that from Cellular Mango, because I saw her 3D Star tutorial, version 3, and she did that. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I tried it, and it worked. So I don't waste a lot of string. Okay, then cut off the excess. So now your cuff should look like this, and it should fit on your wrist. It should be like standing up. It's almost like one of my cuffs I have. I can't find it right now, so I'm just gonna continue. So what you do is, again, you take a new piece of string, thread through any one of the sticking up yellow beads, and then you are going to fill in the thing here. If I could get it through the yellow bead. If you're using a long piece of string, I recommend using a needle. It works, guys. Take my recommendation on this. Okay, so add on a bead and then thread through the next yellow again. Okay, I think it's hard for threading because of this thing. Okay, and then again, add on a bead and thread through the next, like that. And just do that all the way around. Okay, so add on your last bead. And then, again, whoops, tie it off. Whoops. Okay, make sure you're pulling tight on every knot. And now you should have something that looks like these. The reason why this one kind of looks a little different, and by different I mean like, see how it only looks like there's one row and it looks like there's 2 rows of those? It's because I used 2 different colors. So yeah, it was a little weird. So yeah, and then this is like normal, I guess. Okay, so then again, you're just going to do the same thing with the green, yada yada yada. We've been doing the same thing this whole time. So just cut off that. And then thread through one of the points. Not really points, but like, oops. Thread through one of the pieces. But take a new piece of string and thread through one of the beads that is sticking up. Add on a new color, for me that's green, and thread through the yellow that's sticking up, or the color that is sticking up. And then, again, add on a bead, thread through the color that is sticking up. And if you guys are wondering why I have a number on my hand, it's because I had a gymnastics meet, and that was my number. Because I've been making these tutorials in different days. Like, the parts of this, like, you know, the edited parts, how it's like I cut off stuff. Those are all different days, really. So it's like if you in the beginning, I'm not really sure if I did this before or after my meet, but like I think it might have been before. Not really sure, but I might not have my number. So yeah, just do that all the way around. Okay, so what you do now is you add on your last bead. And guys, I'm not copying this from anyone because someone requested it, but I just don't really remember who. So yeah. Just tie it. And then we are just going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to cut that off so it's easier for my tying. Okay, my flip cut out at the perfect time because I just finished tying my cuff. So, like, when you normally lay cuffs down, you just kind of fold them in half, and that's what mine's, like, doing right now. But I don't really like that. I like my cuff to be popped up so I can see the whole thing. This one doesn't do that because this one's extremely loose. So, yeah. So, again, we take another piece of string, thread through the bead sticking up, add on a bead to fill in the spots, thread through, add on a bead to fill in the spot, thread through, again, add on a bead, fill in the spot. Okay. If I could get through. And on the bead, fill in the spot, and just keep doing that all the way around. Okay, so add on your last bead, and I'm going to, again, cut this string, like my string that's attached to the elastic, so it's equal to the other one, and then tie it. And then it should be tight because you are tying off. Okay. So now, what you do is cut it. Let me fix my camera. Sorry, it's kind of not showing. Then, so now you have this. So it's almost complete, and I think I might do like the regular glow in the dark beads. I don't have it right now, so if I line this up with this, it's this one looks a lot better than this one. This mess right here. So I'm not sure if I have anything that has a glow in the dark stuff. Oh, this does. This giant cuff. I might use that glow in the dark. Not really sure yet, but I kind of have to decide. So I think I am. So that would be equivalent to my purple, or your purple, because I know most people would do their first cuff as a rainbow cuff. And yeah, okay. So now, again, take a new piece of string, thread through the bead. We're doing the same thing. I'm not even sure if I should show you guys this. And thread through. And if you guys don't really understand what I'm doing, I'm just going to slow down a bit here so I can zoom in. So you have your bead string coming through a bead. Then you add on a bead. Then see how there's a little indent right here, and there's this bead sticking up? You thread through that bead, so then that becomes a little indent, and then this becomes the bead sticking up, if you didn't really get that before. So now, you kind of get it, hopefully, because I explained it really detailedly. I'll do that. So, because this is a very long tutorial, I think. I'm not sure, because it's all edited. Okay, just do that all the way around. Okay, I realized I forgot to explain. So, again, add on a bead, and you can rewind this whatever you want. So, add on a bead. So then, if you might not be able to see, but there's this little indent right here. So it's like right here, it's a little indent. You add on a bead, and then you see this bead sticking up. You thread through that. Okay? So so those beads that are sticking up become the little indent, and that becomes the bead that's sticking up. So just keep thinking about that if you don't really get it. Okay, and do that all the way around. Okay, so again, just add on your last bead. And then I'm going to cut the string so it's even with this one again. So I just keep that connected to my thing, to my elastic. So tie it 4 to 6 times. That's what you should have been doing this whole time. And 6. Okay. So just cut it, and we are going to do the same thing with the threading and all that. So hopefully you guys get it by now and don't really need me. But I'm just going to keep going. So yeah. Okay, so you have this now, and then again you just take a new piece of string and thread through any one of these beads, one of the blue beads that are sticking up, and then you add on a bead of the same color just fill in the spot and then thread through the next. So I will explain it detailedly if you still don't understand, but it's pretty easy. So your string should be coming out of one of these sticking up beads, then you add on a bead, and then there's a dent, and then there's a sticking up bead. You thread through the sticking up bead, so the sticking up bead becomes the little dent, like that. That's all the times I'm going to explain it, because I think I explained it 3 or 4 times. Okay, so then just keep doing that all the way around. Okay, so again, add on your last bead and tie your strings and tighten them. Okay, cut off excess string. Oh, and quickly, I just want to show you guys this 3D star I made. If you want me to show you how to make it, just tell me, and I will. Okay, so now you have this. So I've decided to do a row of these glow-in-the-dark beads. So again, I'm just going to briefly show you this. Thread through a sticking up bead, add on a bead, thread through the next bead, add on a bead, thread through the next bead. Do that all the way around. Okay, so just add on your last bead, and I actually did the second row of my other glow-in-the-dark because just like to save time. I have like a minute left on my camera now, I think. So just tie it, and then the moment you've been waiting for. Your complete candy cuff. So ta-da, here it is. It's really cool. Once you know how to make this, you could make many, many other things, like a pattern. Like you could just take any pattern. Like I am going to make a zebra cuff. So that's a pattern. You could just take a pattern, make it, and I'm making an Nyan cat cuff. So yeah, I hope you like your candy cuff. Please request tutorials. Check out all my other videos. And I hope you like this. And you know, if you know how to make this, you could make it into a purse actually. But I like to do the panels. It's just easier. So anyway, thanks for watching.